Is there a real problem of teachers teaching to the test? The history of the standardized test dates back to 3rd century BC in China, where in China they actually use a kind of a standardized test for civil service, the military, and for like music, and also your profession. It wasn't until the 1880s where Francis Galton, the cousin of Charles Darwin, who became more interested in like the standardized test, he developed a theoretical basis of testing based off of a large number of individuals. Then we fast forward all the way until World War One, which we use standardized testing in the military. It actually became a priority for Army recruitment to determine where you're going to actually be used in the war. Turning to the 21st century, we use standardized testing as a measure to gauge where students are at. The education or the educators. We also have to see about the professionalism when it comes to the administration, the educators, the teachers, the employers. Basically, you label people as bright or not bright. The problem with standardized tests is there has been multiple studies that show that different states actually teach different things. It's very different. So when it comes to the standardized tests, it's not exactly all standardized. So they will be testing on different subjects. The problem is there's a mismatch between state standards as well as state tests, and it also shows the teacher's focus on the test content. So, meaning teachers can teach a certain thing, but are they really teaching that certain subject? Sal Khan said it the best: the process is broken. The reason why it's broken is because we're not teaching the students how to master content. We're basically showing them how to take a test. He says it best: if you build a house at 80% and you keep building up at 80%, not mastering everything, that house is going to fall once you get to the higher levels. So first we need to master the basics and then build the foundation from there. The reason why we need standardized tests is because there is a serious effort to help schools and teachers understand the connection between test scores and day-to-day classroom practices. This helps teachers understand what needs to be taught. If students are not learning a certain thing, they can go back and reevaluate what actually needs to be taught and when it needs to be taught. This also gives uh, help to students, parents, teachers, everyone in the education field to get students on where they actually are. And if they need help in a certain subject, if they need help anywhere. Do standardized tests work? Yes and no. The reason why they work is because we have a better understanding where students are at. They don't work because teachers today are just teaching how to take a test. So it's a win-lose situation depending on how you look at it. How are we going to hold schools accountable? When we hold schools accountable, there has to be a way to actually pay for this test. Schools are going to actually use any means of way to pay for it. One of the ways that they pay for it is through taxes. So taxes help pay for the standardized tests. And of course, who pays taxes? We all pay taxes. So our money is actually funding the standardized tests. If we were to eliminate the standardized tests, that could help us out. Overall, my personal perspective of the standardized test is I think it should be eliminated. The reason why it should be eliminated is because little has been done to turn standardized test scores into a tool for improving teaching and learning and for formulating educational goals. This is also true if we were to eliminate the standardized test. We can also look at switching to a more syllabus-based curriculum. For example, look at colleges. How come colleges work out so well? They switched over to a syllabus base. Everyone knows what needs to get done, when it needs to get done. Parents know, teachers know, students know. I think it's worth it to switch over to a center or into a syllabus-based curriculum. The money that we were using for the standardized test could actually go back into the schools. A few examples could be giving teachers a raise, getting free education or free lunch for everybody. Doesn't matter your status. There's different things that we could actually do if we were to eliminate the standardized test. It reduces stress among students, teachers, and administration. And overall, it gives the power of teaching back to teachers. I hope you enjoyed this presentation about is there a real problem of teachers teaching to the test? I think we need to have a better understanding when it comes to teaching students and eliminating the standardized tests and going to a more curriculum based to have a better understanding overall. This will help out everybody in the long run. Right now, everyone's looking for a quick solution, but we need a long-term solution.